everybody. It's episode 23 of Zooma, Zooma, Zoom, Zoom, Zoom with Philip O'Hara. Today is a very special episode because we have our very first special guest.
He's muted.
I think you're muted. Why don't we introduce ourselves while our guest is figuring out how to unmute? So I'm Philip O'Hara.
I'm Jane. I'm in Seattle.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I'm in America now.
Wow.
Hey, I'm Biff. I'm in Connecticut.
Hi, it's Matt in Brooklyn, and happy Sunday to those who celebrate.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name is
We can hear you.
Karen, he's trying to talk.
All right, let's everybody
Let our
be
guests
quiet.
let's let our guests have a word in. Let's them
I'm
let them
being
get a
quiet.
word in edgewise.
Okay, no, I'll count to 3, and then we'll all be quiet. 1,
Wait, just let 2, 3.
Hey.
and now we're all quiet.
Zip it.
No one.
Go ahead.
Okay, that was long enough.
Hi, my name is David, Asheville, North Carolina. I specialize in general housework.
That
Thanks
was a nice introduction.
Nice
That
job.
was
So
really
far,
good,
so good.
actually.
David, are you a little nervous?
I'm a little nervous.
Oh, that's good. All right. First topic. The CDC says millions of Americans are skipping their second COVID-19 vaccine shots. 2 minutes. Yes, sir. You don't have to raise your hand. You can just talk, Dave.
Okay. Why would you get a second one if you have one already?
David, that's a wonderful question. And as a regular guy like yourself, I would expect you to ask something like that. The reason to get the second shot is because it is indeed a booster shot, and the first shot alone isn't going to protect you. But again, an average American like yourself, David, wouldn't necessarily know that. So I'm really glad.
I'm also an average American, and I don't like being condescended to like that, Mr. Steiner.
I believe we can all say that Matt Steiner is once again being a little obstinate.
I flew all the way here from Europe just to get my first shot, and now I'm waiting for my second one because I couldn't get it in Europe. So Americans should get the second shot.
It's a socialist country.
So many of
What's a socialist country?
What?
Germany?
Germany.
Or they're communists. Are they communists?
I don't know.
There are countries that are less fortunate than us.
Countries like Germany, you can't go to the supermarket and get things like eggs.
You get better eggs in Germany than in America.
Karen,
Well,
did you wait in line for just one egg?
No, I had lots of eggs.
I'm a little uncomfortable with the confrontational tone that Karen has taken to David.
She did disagree with him. She did say she could get more than one. Mr.
Time's up.
Jones has his hand up.
Oh, yes. David has his
It's
hand
very
raised.
sweet how he raises his hand each time. I
You
think
don't
that's
have to raise your hand. You can just speak. But
It's
yes,
actually
David.
really cute. I imagine that's how folks talk, like in the middle of America or something. They like raise their hand to
We're
speak.
going to have to mute Matt Steiner.
or smack him.
Next topic. A group of French volunteers emerged from a cave after a 40-day study of human adaptability to isolation. They were in a cave for 40 days in the southwest of France with no phones, no clocks, and no daylight. 2 minutes.
Were they friends when they came out, or did they hate each other?
Raise your hand. He didn't raise his hand. Raise your hand.
Well, first of all, I'd like to point out that that was a question. And this is not a question show. This is an
If
answer.
Knowledge.
anybody's being obstinate,
Well, no,
I would
but
think Karen is being obstinate.
Karen is being more obstinate than usual. I will give you that.
I'm not being
Matt,
obstinate.
stop
I'm
silencing
observing
Karen.
reality.
If I were David, I would never come back to this show.
We don't often fight, David. I don't want you to think that we're a bunch of bickering people.
I don't even know what the topic was.
With Karen's permission, I would like to further investigate David's question about the people in the cave because it's a provocative one. Did they come out of the cave more friendly or less friendly?
Sometimes if I spend more than 2 hours with my wife, I want to kill myself. So if I spend 40 days in a cave...
That was a call for help. David needs
I'm-
help.
The point of the research was deep time. Their perception of time was altered because they had no idea what time it was.
That happens.
Time's up! Who has some final comments? It's been a very interesting show.
If we're going to change the format to being one of questions, that should be something that we talk about beforehand.
I quite like the addition of you, David. You kind of stirred the pot up.
I didn't mean to stir the pot. I didn't realize this was solely an answer show. Where I come from, we raise our hands and we ask for permission. I apologize if I created some chaos.
Chaos makes good content.
I would just like to ask that you change the tone on the timer. My daughter.
That's another thing we're going to have to put up to a vote, Biff. We can't just change the tone on the timer, which we've used for 24 episodes.
Well, the
without a vote.
The problem is, Philip, I've started instituting this timer with my daughter, and so she can understand the concept of time, and it's the same tone.
She should go into a cave for 40 days. Then she might have a new understanding of time, a deep understanding of time.
I think you're right.
A great idea.
Yeah. Put her in a cave.
You should all go into a
40
cave
days.
together, the whole family.
I don't know. Now, no caves for me.